Gibraltar is situated at the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula, Spain's southern Mediterranean coast, just northeast of the Strait of Gibraltar, on the east side of the Bay of Gibraltar, Bay of Algeciras, and directly south of the Spanish city of La Linea. It is 5 kilometers long and 1.2 kilometers wide and is connected to Spain by a low, sandy isthmus that is 1.6 kilometers long. Its name is derived from Arabic, Jabal Rik, Mount Tariq, honoring Rik ibn Zayd, who captured the peninsula in 711. It is recognized historically as the southernmost point of Europe and is also strategically positioned at the western end of the Mediterranean, forming one of the ancient pillars of Hercules. Gibraltar is a heavily fortified British air and naval base that guards the Strait of Gibraltar, which is the only entrance to the Mediterranean Sea from the Atlantic Ocean. Since the 18th century, Gibraltar has been a symbol of British naval strength, and it is commonly known in that context as the Rock. With the opening of the Suez Canal, Gibraltar increased in strategic importance, and its position as a provisioning port was greatly enhanced. Since World War II, the British military garrison and naval dockyard have continued to be an important part of Gibraltar's economy, and naval operations of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, often use the port facilities. Gibraltar is an overseas territory of the United Kingdom and is self-governing in all matters but defense. However you arrive into Gibraltar, by air, foot, car, or sea, you will very soon experience its intricate layers of history all around you. An immediate talking point is the runway, built during the Second World War and one of the shortest in the world. As it crosses the main road into the city, visitors remain incredulous as traffic and pedestrians are stopped to allow aircraft to take off and land. Gibraltar's town centre is largely protected by the Gibraltar Heritage Trust and is undergoing a continual restoration program. The best way to familiarize yourself with Gibraltar's diverse heritage, as well as witnessing some of its natural beauty, is to take an official rock tour to the Gibraltar Nature Reserve, Upper Rock, Gibraltar's most prominent landmark and nature reserve. A tour can be experienced in a number of ways, by official taxi, pre-arranged with a coach tour company, on foot, or alternatively, you can take the cable car from Grand Parade. Less known are Gibraltar's beaches, small and extremely popular with locals, which can make them crowded in summer, but with the school holidays almost at an end and with heat prolonging into autumn there's still plenty of opportunity for sun, sea, and sand. Sandy Bay. A secluded beach with orange sand from the Sahara. This beach was always a popular choice until violent sea storms swept most of the sand away a number of years ago. Eventually major works transformed Sandy Bay from its almost non-existent state, into a once again sizable beach, laid and enlarged with approximately 50,000 tons of sand imported from the Western Sahara. 2 curved groins and a frontal breakwater were constructed to protect the beach from the full erosional impact of wave action and trap-shifting sand. The project was also extended to include a submerged breakwater connecting the ends of both groins. Sandy Bay again returned it to its former splendor in 2014. St. Michael's Cave. St. Michael's Cave is the name given to a network of limestone caves located within the Upper Rock, at a height of over 300 meters above sea level. This cave was long believed to be bottomless. This probably gave birth to the story that the Rock of Gibraltar was linked to the Africa by a subterranean passage under the Strait of Gibraltar. The famous macaques were said to have come to Gibraltar through this subterranean passage. During World War II the cave was prepared as an emergency hospital, but was never used as such. The cave is open to visitors and makes a unique auditorium for concerts, ballet, and drama. It has been in use as a theater since the early 60s with capacity for 600 persons. At some period during the history of this cave, part of a stalagmite became too heavy on one side and fell, possibly thousands of years ago. It now lies on its side at the far end of the main chamber, cemented through the years by nature to the floor of the cave. In 1972 a slice was cut off from the top end which revealed the interior structure of the stalagmite in a most dramatic fashion. The cavern is of extraordinary beauty, glimmering with white, gray, and red stalactite columns, resembling a cathedral with pulpit, chancel, and organ pipes. This extraordinary beautiful cavern is remarkable for 3 reasons: the size of the main chambers, the profusion and variety of calcite formations, and last but not least, a lake of crystal clear water, nearly 40 yards long, estimated to hold 45,000 gallons. The caves are spectacular. The multicolored lights illuminating the walls added to the ambience of them. Also on a hot day they are a cool respite from the heat. The caves are huge and several areas are quite difficult to access, but it was worth the effort, and there is an amazing light show inside the caves where the rocks are bathed in different glorious colors. This is an excellent outing and should not be missed. Explore the World War II tunnels. With the entry of Italy into the war, and a powerful Germany dominating Europe, the strategic importance of Gibraltar grew. The problem of storage was urgent and vital, space became even more valuable, stores, food, and equipment had to be built up and protected, and siege accommodation was required for the troops. A tunnel system would meet these needs, and would give full protection from the then known types of air attack, as well as from sea and land bombardment. At the start of the war, the civilian population was evacuated and the garrison was greatly increased in size. Numerous new tunnels were excavated to create accommodation for the expanded garrison and to store huge quantities of food, equipment, and ammunition. The tunneling was carried out by 4 specialized tunneling companies from the Royal Engineers and the Canadian Army. A new main base area was established in the southeastern part of Gibraltar on the Mediterranean coast, shielded from the potentially hostile Spanish mainland, and new connecting tunnels were created to link this with the established military bases on the west side. A pair of tunnels, the Great North Road and the Fossway, were excavated running nearly the full length of the rock to interconnect the bulk of the wartime tunnels. The tunnels accommodated what amounted to an underground city. The entire 16,000 strong garrison could be housed there along with enough food to last them for 16 months. Within the tunnels there were also an underground telephone exchange, a power generating station, a water distillation plant, a hospital, a bakery, ammunition magazines, and a vehicle maintenance workshop. The total length of the entire tunnel network inside the rock is approximately 52 kilometers. There's still so much to explore. You'll be delighted. You'll have the feel for the place, but you won't have quite seen it all.